Alright, so I had to take the engine mount off on this side and also take the starter off just to get the engine mount off because the engine mount was blocking it from sliding all the way in. So now it's all the way in pretty much. I'm just going to jack it up from the back and also from the front while I put the mounts on, and we should be good to go. Alright guys, so now the engine and transmission are both bolted up and in the car. So I did skip some of the recording because a lot of it was just like me messing with it, trying to get the bolts to line up, making sure it's in there the right way. It was pretty easy to get it in by myself with the leveler. The first time I did it, me and my brother did it with just the engine stand. No leveler or anything, just hand and a jack to kind of like tilt it into place. But with the leveler thing, it's a lot easier and probably like 10 times easier and faster. Anyways, yep, it's all in, all bolted up. There's the mounts right there. There's the mounts right there for the exhaust side. Still gotta connect some random stuff up. The wires, the steering column. There's the mount over there. Painted them while they're out so it's not as bad looking. Anyways, looks pretty good. I did manage to get that little tilt on the engine. I don't know if that's really matters too much, but I don't know if you'd noticed, but it's tilted a little bit towards the exhaust side or to the right. It's naturally like that in the Altezza, which it originally came in. So when I designed the mounts, I tried to get the little tilt just in case, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't have that big of an effect on it. But you know, anyways, looking pretty good. A lot cleaner than it was before. There's still some stuff I want to replace, but I'll get to it once the car's running everything. I just want to start driving this thing again already. But yeah, so the little small stuff I'm putting on, I'm gonna just skip recording that because after watching my videos for a little bit, I feel like I put a lot of extra like stuff I don't need to put in, like me just like attaching random stuff onto the engine bay, which is pretty self-explanatory. So I'm gonna record some stuff, just not all the little details. I'm gonna try to get all the wiring and everything on and the accessory stuff, but I don't think anybody wants to see me putting wiring on. But anyways, yeah, the hard part is done. Now it's just finishing it up. Hey guys, alright, so I got most of the stuff already on the engine. All the wiring is on, most accessory stuff are on, the headers, yeah, like the wiring. I just need to put the intake on it. I'm gonna bleed the fuel lines, like I'm gonna run some gas through it first because I don't know what's gotten into these lines while it's been sitting. So I'm gonna run it through here before it gets to the injectors, so I know all the fuel line goes from here down into here and then back to the fuel cell. So I want to make sure all the fuel lines before the injectors are clean. I'm gonna flush it out, and then I'm gonna put it on and then flush it through here right before the regulator because I don't want any crap getting into the regulator. And after that, I'm gonna attach it to the regulator once it's flushed out, then have it go all the way to the return right before the fuel cell. I'm gonna flush it right before the fuel cell, and then once I know it's all clear and I flush all the gas through it, I'm gonna attach it to the fuel cell. But as of right now, I got everything on. I hooked up a new oil pressure gauge that reads higher. Here, let me show you guys. The new oil pressure gauge is gonna read up to 150 psi because I think the one I had before wasn't high enough. So alright, so here I have the oil pressure gauge on the right and then the oil temp gauge. The one I had before, I think it was reading only up to 80, so I got this new one just to make sure I can read the max oil pressures, make sure it's accurate for the engine. The old oil pressure was enough for the FA20, but I guess this engine has a little more oil pressure, so this old one didn't work. Here it is, the old one. Yeah, it went up to 80. So yeah, got that on. Looking pretty good. So yeah, it's looking pretty good. I'm gonna put on the rest of the front stuff, like the radiator, the front bar, the bumper, headlights and everything, because it's all ready to go. I just need to hook up the ECU, and my brother went to go visit my parents tonight, so I need to wait for him to get back so we can use his laptop to get the tune running and make sure everything's good, get the data from the tune and the ECU, because I don't have all the gauges I need to read, so it's just best to read it straight from the ECU onto the laptop. But yeah, here we go. We're going to put the rest of the stuff onto the front of the engine. Alright, there we go. It's looking a lot more like an FRS right about now. I'm just going to put on the last bumper and the headlights. Pretty much finish it up. I gotta bleed the brakes and also bleed the clutch, change the oil, change the transmission fluid, and then that's pretty much it. That's all I can think of right now. I'm sure there's gonna be a few more random stuff because that's how it always is. Yeah, it's looking a lot more like a car. Can't wait to drop it. Making some good progress here. Oh, and we can't forget that windshield wiper fluid, because this is a daily and it is necessary to have windshield wiper fluid because it adds 10 horsepower.
overdrive. I know T10s are getting real cheap now. Like 1300. It's like it's just the 4-speed. There's no 5th and 6th, but it's the same thing everywhere else. Like the Russian transmission is exactly the same. It's just it's 4th gear though.
Yeah,
that's it. Yeah. But those are like 1300. They're brand new and they're rated for 700 torque. So like yeah.
Damn. Yeah, that'd be good.
As long as you don't have the overdrive, so you waste more gas on the highway. But apart from that, you're good. Yeah, they're cheap as hell.
I mean, that'd be good for like just a daily. I mean, that's like for a street car.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, I won't keep like the AC one from that one. We have a lot less, so just. Yeah, one time with the LS, what I did is, you know, some people say you just grab it, and just put it in there, and just squeeze the hell out of it, and just hold it.
What the fuck? Yo, what?
But I done it with the small ones, but I seen people actually do it like with the big ones.
Let's just go and just squeeze
Yeah,
it.
just like grab it, and just as soon as you get it in there, do like this, and just squeeze it. And all the way just crams in there and just goes in there. And none of it spills out.
Yo, what?
I seen a video, this guy always does it, I just laugh about it. I'm like, how? It's like, it's full, and he just, yeah, that works.
Yeah, I'm always afraid of spilling it like all over the engine bay because I get it on the exhaust manifolds and it's just like you gotta smell it for like a hot minute until it burns off. It's half quart, yeah, don't. Well, 0.4, so just like at least 600.
It's like almost 600. Here, let me check it first. Yo, I'm so spooked to start this engine up
I mean, it's rebuilt, you're good.
there. No, I'm just like so scared.
You're like afraid to put it back together wrong somehow?
Yeah. I'm just like so spooked right now.
Like he got
Yeah, a little more because that oil.
he had his engine rebuilt once, so
It didn't go well.
No.
That's because the guy that built it didn't do a good job. I didn't build it. So.
like he got it complete though, like complete on block.
Oh,
But it was rebuilt.
It was a waste of money. I mean,
was it like a shop or just like you have new friend or something?
a
That
shop. It was
Oh,
just,
really?
Like an old man.
Oh, damn.
It's old, dude.
Yeah.
What engine was it?
It was a B18.
Oh. I mean, like most old dudes, like they build Chevy, so it's like it's a little
Yeah,
different
yeah,
problem.
yeah, a whole bunch of those in the
Yeah.
shop. She had a 454. That thing was freaking huge. Like your whole fist fits in there. Like
Yo, like when we were at the machine shop, this guy had like 30 cranks just like chilling around there.
Yeah.
I'm like, holy shit. Like a bunch of Chevys.
Yeah, he literally has like a wall of just cylinder heads. It's like crazy.
what about this?
Oh yeah, shit, I don't even have gas.
Wow.
Wait, you don't?
I don't have any gas.
For real?
Yeah, no gas.
What do you mean, like crank it?
Yeah.
I think we're good, honestly. Yeah, like we would put a little bit of oil on the bearings and all this stuff before if you're idling, it's kind of like new.
Yeah, go ahead.
Is that the paint job?
Yo, what the fuck? The headers are like so red. Yo, I should have fucking baked that shit.
What?
Yo,
Did you paint it? This manifold.
Holy fuck.
we're gonna need to take that off. Yo.
Looks like it's frozen.
Yeah, you're supposed to bake it, so I was like, I mean, I'll just let it run. It gets hot, right? That's too hot now.
That shit looks disgusting.
Started up quick.
For real. Damn. The codes are still there though?
Yeah, the coach is still there for some reason.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna figure it out later tonight. At least you know the engine works and it's running right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I gotta figure that out.
Damn.
quietly too. It just you heard that? That might just probably you should probably have no compression before. That's why. It's the like when it closes the air inside the cylinders that slows it down.
I was running away.
You probably literally had no compression. Yeah. New tune better. Yeah, new tune. You're also pulling more vacuum out idle already, which is better.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, the new tune is good. We're just gonna like what's it called? Upload the auto tune what later because
Yeah.
eventually yeah we can drive again because obviously now the engine's different. It's richer again than before.
Yeah.
Because before when we did the thing it was bright and now it's still a little too rich again. But smooth though. It already enjoys idling more. Like
For real. So much better than idle.
all right, yeah. I'll just keep going off of this tune instead now.
Yeah, it's what that
Because it's the same as the other one, but with safety like good everything else.
Yeah.
I'm gonna change the file name. It's no longer the B file. It's the better file.
Yeah, the better file.
Fucking
Beef file.